6 people on. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, we are happy to be here. It's Thursday, my favorite day of the week, and I hope it's yours too. We are going to go over a few things today, and we get a lot of questions about our multi-needles. People don't understand how that works. So we're going to give you some important information on the multi-needles. And if you have any more questions, you can always come in and see us, and we'd be happy to demonstrate them for you. But before we get started with Tony, I just want to talk about some things that we have coming up. We have our event coming up. Let's see, what day is January 30th, 31st, and February 1st. So these are going to be some fun days at the store. And what you're going to be learning is how to do a patch and a postcard. I can't tell you how many people want to know how to make a patch. So this is the class for you. There are 2 sessions each day on Thursday and Friday. So it's a hands-on, and you'll learn the patch and the postcard. And then Saturday, you're going to be doing the embroidery recipe box, which is a lecture. So you're going to want to bring a notebook because you're going to get all kinds of wonderful information. Good morning, everybody. I see everyone's names popping up. It's so good to see all of you here. But so that is January 30th, 31st for the hands-on embroidery class. And then February 1st is the lecture. And I'm telling you, every time I come that I work in these events, I'm always learning something. So don't ever think you already know it, because I promise you're going to learn something new. Also, we have my mystery class coming up. That is January 29th. And I'm finally doing the mystery classes again. That's always a lot of fun. I have some spots left in the afternoon class. So if you want to be surprised with a great project, then sign up for that. That's January 29th. And then February 6th, we have Denise's beginning rope bowl class. And you definitely want to take that class if you haven't done a rope bowl. Denise is a great teacher. And then after you take her beginning rope, you can take her other classes. So make sure. Oh, yes, she has a book, and we are going to have, when it comes out, we are going to have a book signing party with her. I mean, that's pretty special to have one of our teachers that has come out with a book. That hasn't been done before. I don't think it's ever happened. So I'm excited. I just love Denise, and so does all our customers too. So remember, we have our embroidery event. That is January 30th, 31st, and February 1st. So make sure you get signed up. We have a few spots left. You don't want to miss it. I'm excited. My mystery class on January 29th. The time is 1 to 4:30. So make sure you get signed up for that. And beginning rope is February 6th. So those are the upcoming important dates to mark on your calendar. And so we get a lot of questions on these multi-needles. What do they do? Well, for one, they help you make money. So you definitely want to stay tuned. It's not intimidating. It is just like your regular embroidery machine. It just works a little different. So enjoy the show. I have Tony with Ollie, and they are going to talk about the multi-needle, and then I'm going to pop back in for our drawing. I do believe it's a $50 gift card today, right? Yes.
Unless we get over 100 viewers.
Oh, yes. If we can get 100 viewers, get your friends to log on. Just message them and say, hey, log on for a chance to win a $100 gift card. And if they don't sew, well, then they can give it to you. I think that's a great idea. All right. So I will see you in a little bit. Enjoy all this wonderful information.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Tony here at Authorized Vac and Sew, located in Fresno, California. And today we have a very, very special guest. So I'm going to go ahead and wait a little bit till a couple of us get on here online. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Good morning. Good morning. Send your thumbs up. Send your thumbs up. We'll wait a little bit until we have a couple of our viewers join us, and then we can go ahead and get started. We have a very special project and very special guest with us today.
One second, I was having trouble connecting to Facebook, but
We're having a little trouble connecting to Facebook. It's okay.
so we've got 3 viewers on YouTube.
Right. There you go. Now we're good with Facebook as well. Good morning, everyone. If you're just hopping online, welcome. My name is Tony. Today we have a very special guest. We're here at Authorized Vac and Sew, and we have a lot of great information to pass on today. So, like I said, we'll wait a little bit until a couple of our viewers hop online, and then we can go ahead and get started. Okay, there you go. Now we got some more viewers on. So today we're going to be talking about the embroidery business, right? We're going to take a dive into what it's like to start your embroidery business and even run your own embroidery business. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started, right? So today we have a special guest. I'd like to introduce him. He's the owner of the 7th Scheme. I have with me here Ali. Welcome on board, Ali. Good morning, brother.
Hi,
How are
Tony.
you? How are you?
I'm doing good. Pleasure
Yeah.
to be here.
All right. So real quick, Ali, can you share a little bit of what it's like to own and run your embroidery business?
Yeah, definitely. So it all started in 2020 when me and my family decided to be able to get our business started off the ground. Like any other business starting off, it's definitely a scary thing to dive in because you're jumping into something you don't know. But the best thing behind fear is something great. So definitely take that step forward and just jump into it. There is a lot of different challenges that come with just diving into a business. But definitely dive in. For us, one of our biggest challenges just was being able to get our machinery because it's such it's an expensive thing to invest in.
Right.
But definitely once you do invest in it, the outcome will be great. Also to just being able to work the machinery, but thanks to Authorized Vac and Sew, I came in here and I took some lessons and I learned how to actually work the machine, learn how to digitize, and we've been running successfully for about 4 years now.
So you mentioned Authorized Vac and Sew, Ali. How long ago did you purchase, and what machine did you purchase from us?
Well, before I even purchased I did my big boy purchase, I actually invested into a smaller brother. I forgot what model it was. It was single needle. It was a yay big. I invested into that, and then
I remember it. You brought it in not so long ago. It was the Brother Innovus 2750.
yeah, it was a smaller one.
Right.
So and that's one thing too. So I dived into the embroidery game without knowing a single thing. So I thought I bought my embroidery machine, and I thought you were just gonna be able to plug in your USB, your logo, and boom, there it is. But no, I was wrong. So once I bought the machine and I did my research on it, I had to learn that you actually need a digitized software. And so that's when I started looking into sellers here locally in Fresno that would sell digitizing softwares, and this is where I came in. I landed and I purchased my PE design.
PE Design 11.
PE design.
Okay.
And then I started learning from there. And once I got the hang of it, thankfully to Victoria, the owner, we met her and she told us about the PR.
Veronica.
Oh, Veronica.
Veronica.
Sorry
Victoria,
about that.
Victoria's actually our marketing manager.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, she told us about the PR 655. That's a 6 needle. So we ended up doing our big purchase. And ever since we did that, everything's been going so far. It can definitely up your business in that way. Just being
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, and it's great that you share that information with us, Ali. And I'll tell you from myself, right? I'll tell you my experience. And today's segment is essentially about the fear of the unknown. As I always like to tell the customers, right? I'll quickly tell my story, and then we'll kind of just, you know, bounce off each other, and then we'll leave some room for questions from our viewers at the end. I know I've had a lot of customers that come into the store, and they're always a little nervous to make that investment, or they're nervous to make that jump, right? For myself, I started in 2021 as well, but I started with heat transfer vinyl.
Yeah.
I ended up getting the Brother Scan and Cut at the time,
Mhm.
right? The Brother Scan and Cut, because I had a soccer team. So my background is I was in the military, the Marine Corps for 8 years. I was in there from 2013 and I got out in 2021. I stumbled across Authorized Vac, and so honestly by mistake. I was out of the military 2 weeks and I was losing my mind at home because during that time it was during COVID.
Yeah.
So my wife was going to school for medical coding, so I had to stay at home with the kids. And once they're about 5 years apart, so I'm running back and forth, right, to try and get them to make sure that they're paying attention. And I don't know how my wife does it or anybody out there, right?
So look at all the moms out
Yes,
there.
definitely. So 2 weeks passed, and I was like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
I started looking for jobs. I started applying, and I had another job interview at I think it was at an agricultural place, and then my second interview was here. Well, my first interview, they I guess scheduled me wrong, so then I ended up coming here, and the rest was history.
Okay, that's a great story.
I ended up starting a soccer team as well, and I started with the Brother Scan and Cut heat transfer vinyl. I made my kids their own uniforms, and then little by little, my wife started diving into embroidery. And so this didn't happen until 2023.
You guys
right?
took that
Right.
leap of faith.
We took that leap of faith because at the time we didn't really think much of it. We were just kind of making things for the team. Heat transfer vinyl is very, very easy to do with the Brother Scan and Cut, just single colors. After that, my wife started watching TikToks, Instagram videos, right? How big embroidery is out there. And I told my wife, man, if only I knew where to buy a multi-needle machine from. So we decided to take that leap. So in February of 2023, we decided to buy a Brother 10 needle, which I have standing right here behind me, right? Huge investment. But it started off same thing. We just started making things for my parents, and then for family and friends. And then we made a social media account, right? Social media nowadays is a huge influencer in business. For us, it has brought us so much business. And it's very easy actually to, for that customer to find us, because we're not looking for that customer. That customer is looking for you. So do you want to talk a little bit about social media and how important that is to your business?
Yeah, it's really important, especially running ads is very important because when you're running a business, you need eyes. You need eyes on your business. So that'll be a tip for you guys to look into running ads, either boosting posts on Instagram or running ads on Facebook as well too. Another tip that I would give you guys too is go on Facebook and look for groups for certain niches. So if you look for a football people, like a group that loves football, your football team, so you can go in there and start posting your ads on there, and then you can probably start getting more business for different designs of that type of business team, or whatever the case is. If they love dogs, or if they're they're fans of anime, so you find those groups and start posting your ads that you're able to do custom work, and you'll be able to get some commissions out of that.
Absolutely. Yes. Like I was saying before, customers that come in, they're nervous or they're scared of the unknown because they don't know if it's actually going to play out or not. I'll tell you from my personal experience, and I'm sure Ali here will agree. The embroidery business out there is in high demand. It's huge. I mean, everybody wants something that's custom made, not only custom made, right, but they want it from someone that's a small business owner because they know that they're going to put that love and dedication and time into that product or whatever it is that they're that they're going to order, right?
Definitely.
One question that I have for you, Ali, is for our viewers that are either they're owners of a multi-needle or they're looking to jumpstart their business. What does a regular day look for you?
So a typical day for me kind of varies because so I just don't do embroidery. So I also do screen printing, and basically my business is a clothing brand. So my typical day varies from different days, which it would be from getting my finances in line. That's a very important thing. So if you're gonna start running a business and actually run it legitimately, you're gonna have to start bookkeeping and taking care of your finances, because that's a very important thing. If you're not taking care of your finances, you're gonna be making all this money, and that money, you're not going to know where it's going. So that's an important thing, to be able to budget your money for your business. But that's one of the things, packing orders, planning out my collections that I got planned for the future, and just being able to go over my inventory and supplies that are needed for me to be able to continue working on my projects.
Okay, great. That's a
Mhm.
great answer. What about uniqueness?
Uniqueness, as far as my business,
As far as small businesses in general, what would you say is unique about small business owners?
I feel like what's unique is everybody brings a different type of flavor to the embroidery game. I'm different, you're different.
Absolutely.
So everyone's different. And I think that's the best thing about a business. Everyone has a unique thing, a unique personality, or a unique business. And I think that's the best thing approach. Just being authentic and being unique, it makes you stand out from everybody else.
Okay, right. Okay. Another thing is, what about product wise? Where would you say, customers sometimes ask, well, I want to start a business, but I don't know where I might be able to get blanks, right? Blanks is what, like shirts, hoodies, hats, right?
Mhm.
What company would you recommend?
So if you're starting off business and you don't have a wholesale license, my recommendation for you is to look into these two websites. So the first website that I would go through, it would be Alpha Broder, and the second one would be Jiffy Shirts. So I used to go through Alpha Broder a lot before I got my wholesale license, and the reason for that, it's just super convenient for a business owner, because you do not need a wholesale license. And also, if you have one locally to you, so most of your viewers are from Fresno,
From
right?
Fresno, correct?
So there is an Alpha Broder here in town. There's a warehouse, so you can place your order online, and you'll be able to pick up your garments or whatever you're ordering for your business. So that just saves money on shipping, and then time. It's so convenient because you can be able to place your order today in the morning, and then you'll be able to pick it up in the afternoon and get that project started that same day.
Okay.
We do have a question from Donna. She's asking, do you purchase designs to use in your business?
Actually, no, I don't purchase. Most of all my designs are they're made by me. Well, I got a graphic designer, and I actually digitize all my designs. But there is a lot of outlets out there, such as Etsy, and then if you guys go on Instagram, you can find digitizers for very good pricing too. I can't name any on top of my head. Like I said, I do all my digitizing, which I took some classes here, like I said before. And I also did countless hours of research on YouTube to learn how to digitize and how to master my program, which I use Floriani Total Control.
Awesome. And that's a great topic to bring, because just last week, we actually, our Thumbs Up Thursday was on digitizing software. We talked about the Floriani digitizing software, the features, all the cool tools that you have. And then today we're talking about, embroidery, right? So they go hand in hand with each other. One thing I didn't mention last week when it comes to outsourcing your digitizing files is it's always better that you digitize your own files for one reason and one reason only. It's because you're creating and you're digitizing your file for the specific material that you're going to use it for. Whereas when you outsource, one, it gets very expensive, and two, there might be some faults in there where it might not stitch out correctly, right? Like if I'm going to digitize a design for a hat, it has to be digitized a specific way for a hat, where it's that same design might not work on a cotton crew neck, right? Or vice versa.
Correct.
So it's very important that you digitize your own designs, right? Ali here says that he has the Floriani digitizing software, FTC, and we saw that here as well, right? And then we also talked about time. So with that, I'd like to kind of just dive into a couple of features of our machines. I like to start off with the single needle, right? So time is money, right? That's very common in the embroidery business world. If you're looking at just doing one color, right? Like Ali was saying, he had one single needle, which was a Innovis 2750. That's a flatbed embroidery machine that you're able to what type of products did you do in the that smaller brother machine?
Well, I try to do, my designs are very intricate, so it has a lot of details on them. So I was doing like 5 different color designs.
Okay.
Which, if you guys are familiar with, you got to continue taking out the thread and rethreading it, and then stitching it out and then taking out the color and then putting it back in. So that's why we decided to go with our 6 needle, because it's so convenient. Like
Right.
I said, with time,
Yes.
you don't have to go in there and take out the thread and put it back in and put a different color. When you have a 6 needle or even a 10 needle or a 15 needle, it'll just be so convenient in time. You save a lot of time.
Absolutely. So the only difference, honestly, between the machine that Ali has or had, which was the Novus 2750, and the single needle that I'm about to show you, is just that that free arm, right? The free arm allows you to go ahead and embroider, right? Let me just go ahead and take this out of here real quick, right? This free arm right here. This allows you to embroider on sleeves and even hats, right? So we have the Brother PRSCF5, and that's the flat brim hat hoop. That's the newest hat hoop that Brother just pushed out, right? And even on the single needle, this hat hoop is compatible with all 3 machines. But if you're just looking at starting off with one single needle, right? Like I said, the only difference is that you're able to embroider on sleeves, on jeans, right? I have customers that have embroidered on jeans because it's easy for it to just go ahead and place that sleeve through here. Hat wise, right? It's very, very easy to use. You just go ahead and slide it in, line up the holes right here in the back, push it in, and then you can go ahead and get started embroidering any design that you have. The only downfall I would say to the single needle is, like Ali was mentioning, the color, right? Because it's a single needle, that means that if it's a design that has 4 colors, you're gonna have to continue to switch out that thread color. And that's honestly it, right? If you're running a design, like last week I showed a hat for Paul, that, by the way, he won his fight. Congratulations, Paul, if you're watching. His design was very easy. It wasn't complex, right? But it's still digitized and came out very, very nicely. So like I said, if it's just a matter of you just wanting to start off, you're not quite sure whether you want to dive into the 6 or the 10 just yet, right? Then the single needle is definitely for you. And we're actually having a special on that single needle today for Veronica. So thank you, Veronica, right? For all our embroidery enthusiasts, or those that are getting ready to jump into that world of a small business. The single needle right now, it retails at, and I'll go ahead and have Victoria put up that banner here for the single needle. So the single needle right now, we have it on sale, and we're bundling actually with the Floriani Lettering Master. So this Lettering Master software allows you to create your own font. It has every font out there that you'd want to start off with. It's very easy to do monograms on hats. If you want to do, just about anything, right? Hats, sweaters, whatever you want to do. So the retail price for the lettering software and the machine is $85.98. Right now, we have it on sale for $44.99. We do offer financing, and that's it could be up to $125 a month with 36-month financing. So give us a call or go on our website. We are able to ship this nationwide, so you don't have to be local to purchase this machine alone. The cool thing about also here at Authorized Vac & Sew, Ali, I'll tell you, is that we genuinely take an interest in our customers, right? We don't just sell you a machine and send you on your way. We make sure that we teach you how to use it because we want you to be successful, because your success is our success. In this aspect, you bought a 6 needle from Authorized Vac & Sew back in 2021, and now you're looking at potentially buying a 10 needle, right? And why are you suddenly making that choice?
So where he got me at, he told me because at the moment I'm only limited on embroidering by 8x12. So I came in here, I got my machine maintenance, and I got to talk. This is actually where I met Tony, and where he got me at is I was able to embroider with a hoop 14x14. Now that was just a no-brainer because I'm thinking about doing bigger designs for my clothing brand, and that was just a no-brainer. So that's definitely something I'm keeping in mind, and probably gonna most likely take the leap of faith on that one.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's why we had that conversation. That is where I met you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So real quick, right? We already went and digitized. We have 4 colors up, not digitized. I'm sorry. We already stitched out a hat. So we're gonna transition over to the final product. This design on a single needle, took about 30 minutes to make, right? So about 30 minutes to make on a single needle machine, if you can see it right here. On a 6 needle and a 10 needle, your downtime would be significantly reduced. The only reason why it took so long was because we had to continue to switch out that thread. That's the only thing, right? My next machine that I would like to talk about is the machine that you have, Ali, which is the Brother 6 needle right here, right? And on this 6 needle, same thing, we're having a special on it, but I also want to showcase what it's bundled with. And what it's bundled with is these cool hoops that are also known as fast frames, right? Embroiderists call it fast frames, but the real word or term for it that the manufacturers like to call it is the Durkee frames, right? And I'm gonna grab this pre-cut stabilizer and the Durkee frame and just show you what it looks like, right? This is all it is. There's no hooping involved whatsoever. I mainly use these for my polyester or my like jersey type material fabric, okay? A biggest mistake that I see embroiderers out there do is they like to stretch the fabric when they're hooping it, right? When you stretch that fabric, what tends to happen after you're done embroidery, right? It's gonna let go and then it starts to pucker, right? That's a big thing that I see. When you have your fast frames and your Durkee hoops, this eliminates that stretching. And we'll go ahead and transition over to this camera again, and I'll just quickly show you how it works. The fast frames come in 7 different sizes. Right now, I'm using my 7x5, okay? And I'm gonna use a adhesive stabilizer, right? All you have to do is peel. When you're embroidering on polyester or stretchy fabric, you want to stick with, personally myself, I use Perfect Stick Cutaway for one reason. Like I said, it prevents the fabric from stretching, right, or puckering. Another thing is there's a rule, right, that Barbie here taught me, and that's if you wear it, don't tear it, right? So try to stay away from anything that's tearaway, right? So right now I'm gonna use some Perfect Stick Cutaway. This is the front of my Durkee hoop. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it around and you're going to lay that adhesive stabilizer to the back. Just like that. Okay? Once you lay that nice and flat, you're gonna turn it back around. Boom. Now the adhesive is sitting right on top. You're gonna grab your material, right? And all you're gonna do is lay it flat and let that stick onto the stabilizer. Make sure there's no waves. Make sure that your fabric is nice and flat, right? There, like I said, this eliminates the hooping process. Okay. Good. Once you have that, this is your end result right here. Okay. Like I said, there's no hooping process. Everything's sitting nice and flat. I'm not stretching the fabric. I'm not pulling it. I see a lot of embroiders when they use when you hoop it, they start, stretching it, right? Now, the way that this works on the Durkee frames is there's another base that goes to your A-frame, which is this blue. Let me get this blue frame out of here. This is the Durkee Easy Frame base, right? Where you're gonna slide the Durkee frame that I just used right in here. So these knobs, you loosen them up, you slide that Durkee frame in there, and then you tighten them up, right? So I'm gonna just quickly show you on here. Okay, we're gonna slide this in here. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our Durkee frame, right? And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna slide this on here, and then we're gonna tighten it. Boom, just like that. So it'll stay on here, okay? Ali and myself were talking earlier, and he brought up a great point, okay? And I've done it myself as well in the past, Ali. We were talking about some of the mistakes that embroiderers make when you're embroidering. And that's when you forget to check what?
When you're hooping on your shirt, make sure to check the bottom and make sure it doesn't get close together, because then when the stitches hit, you're gonna embroider the shirt together. And that's definitely painful when you're doing something for a client, or as for me, that I'm gonna sell, that will cut into my profit. And another thing is, it's make sure if you're making stuff for somebody, make sure you buy an extra blank just in case you mess up, because you will you're gonna come with these challenges sometimes.
Absolutely. That's happened to me more times than I can tell you in the beginning, where
Heck yeah.
I'll hoop like, let's say, like a jacket or a crew neck. I think it's happened to me more on crew necks, like on sweatshirts, where once I hoop it, I put it through, but my back is stuck to my top, and then I put it in. So when it starts embroidering, now they're both together, right? And it's painful when it's like a 30-minute design and then you don't check and you pull it out, and now you've just wasted 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things where you just gotta get into the habit, into the practice of checking. Eventually, it just becomes muscle memory.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely becomes muscle memory. So back to the Durkee frames, right? We want to check two things, like Ali just mentioned, right? We want to make sure that the bottom is good, everything looks good, and then you start embroidering on the Durkee. So it's gonna start embroidering. Once you're done, all you gotta do is unscrew it, pull it out, right? Either cut the stabilizer out from the back, or you could just unstick it off and you're done. Okay, you just stick on the next design, right? So that's the Durkee frames, the Brother Durkee Easy frames. Okay, so the 6 needle, like I said, the biggest upgrade from the single to the 6 is just, those extra needles, and also the laser. I forgot to show the pinpoint laser. The laser would allow you to, let me just throw it on here again real quick with a different hoop. Okay, I'm quickly just going to show you another feature for the 6 needle, and that's that pinpoint laser. Okay, so I'm going to throw this on here. Let's say we want to do a little ladybug, right? Okay, so as soon as I set it, you want to get a closer look over here. Okay. So notice how there's nothing on the frame itself. Okay, and then as soon as I hit edit end on the screen, there's going to be a red laser that's going to light up, right? You're going to use that to, there it is. I don't know if you can see it quite on the camera, maybe a little higher. Good. It's just a red laser, crosshair laser, and you're able to outline your design. So we focus on the screen, right? If I want to kind of mark my design where I want it to go, I could do this little arrow that's going to outline how far and how wide, how tall and how wide my design will be, right? So all you got to do is pay attention to the laser, and it starts outlining your design for you, right? That way you're not, if there's a specific spot that you want it at, it's always going to do it there, right? Or you can adjust from that position. So that's a pretty cool feature for the 6 needle, is that pinpoint laser. The deal that we have on the 6 needle, and I'll go ahead and throw it up, but before I actually throw up that deal, Veronica called me just before the segment, and she allowed me to introduce this, right? So Ali, you were talking about the PE Design 11, which is this right here. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that this is a great starter.
Yes.
For the business owners.
Correct. That was the first one I started with. And like you said, it's a great software to start with for a beginner. And once you guys start understanding how the digitizing works, then you guys can move on to the Floriani Total Control. That's the one I use, and I love that program too.
Okay, awesome. So we'll just quickly show what the PE Design looks like right here in this camera. PE Design, right? Retails at about over $2,000. Okay, Veronica has allowed me to include this PE Design 11 software with the purchase of a 6 needle, okay? And the 6 needle special that we're having, I think we had the banner up there, but if we could throw it back up one more time, please. Okay, so 6 needle. Retails with the whole bundle, right? So you're gonna get this stand that it comes with. You're gonna get the hat hoop that I just mentioned on the single needle, and then those Durkee frames. There's a total of 7 frames with different sizes. Biggest size being 8x8 on the 6 needle. Okay, total retail value is $17,830. Today you get it for $11,999. Same thing. If you look down there, we do offer financing, right? I believe it's $250 a month. With 48, not 24. That's a typo. So sorry about that, but it's actually 48 months. Okay. We offer Synchrony financing in store or on our website. Any question that you have, please give us a call at 559-439-2560. We have plenty of staff that's very knowledgeable, ready to assist you. Okay. On top of that bundle, you will get this free P Design 11 on top of your purchase. Okay. Another thing is, Veronica would like to extend a 1-year trade-in value. So when you purchase the 6 needle, you're going to get a certificate with the P Design 11 that says for up to 1 year. If you bring it back, if you present us that certificate, then you will get $600 off the Floriani Total Control, which is that next step up that you just mentioned. So big step up, but definitely this is a great place to start. Okay.
I have a question. Do you still offer classes for PE design?
Yes, I believe Barbie is our digitizing software instructor. She's the one that sat down with you.
Yes.
She's the one that sits.
Yeah, she's the one that sat down with me.
And we actually call her Barbie 911 here because she's just a jack of all trades.
So it's another thing too, when we have issues. So when we're running Applique, we're running a lot of issues with would have to take out the hoop and cut out the fabric, and once we would put it back in, the hoop would move. So we're having a lot of issues with that. So we actually came in and asked for help, and then that's where they referred us to the sticky back for the application. Yeah, the adhesive for it not to move. So,
Right.
So they're always open for you guys to come in and just ask for if you guys need help. You guys can come in and they'll help you guys out for sure.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, guys, we taking interest in your whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to do a side hustle, whether you want to do it just for family, whether you're looking at getting started. I love this business for one reason, right? And that's because the way that the owners are, the way that they care about their employees transmits to the employees caring about our customers. We sit down with you. Don't matter, how many times you want to come in. We're there to offer you that support. So this 6 needle and single needle that I just talked about, we don't just offer it to our local customers. We're able to ship these nationwide as well. Okay. And no matter if you live across the state, we're happy to get on FaceTime with you. We're happy to, just sit down with you and show you and guide you on how to use it. Okay. Another thing that was a big struggle for me, Ali, and I don't know if it was for you, was stabilizers and what type of needles to use, right? What kind of common mistakes have you encountered when embroidering that happens at the bottom of your?
A lot of bird nest.
And what is, for our viewers out there, what does bird nest mean?
So if you guys aren't familiar with a bird's nest, it's whenever you embroider something, the needle hits this certain part of the design over and over again, and if you turn it over and back of your design, you would get a clump of thread just in one spot, which it makes the design just look very not professionally made. But that was something we encountered as well too.
Yeah, a lot of those reasons has to do. It could be a factor of a lot of things, but you essentially narrow it down to the type of stabilizer that you're using or the type of needle that you're using. I know for me, for hats, there's a specific needle that I recommend to all the customers that come in that make hats, right? And that happened, with myself, just trial and error, and then finding the perfect needle that's gonna help not make that bird nest or needle breakage. We've encountered a lot of needle breakage. We've encountered tension, right, where the white bobbin thread shows on top. So here at Authorized Vacuum Sew, we will take care of all of that. We will make sure that you're very informed and that you're able to fix these problems, right? It's a lot of these problems are common mistakes that can be fixed at home. So that way you don't have to bring in the machine, right? You can just fix it, take care of it at home, because again, guys, time is money when dealing with a small business,
Yep,
right?
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Lastly, I'm going to talk about the machine that I personally have at home, and me starting with this machine has definitely spoiled me. I remember when you came in and I showed you the 10 needle, I said,
Yeah.
the 6 needles, it's great. It's a great machine, right? But the 10 needle, the Brother 10 needle, it definitely, knocks it out of the park, for one reason, and one reason that absolutely will just leave you like in amazement,
Yeah.
right? And that
Snowman.
feature is called what?
The snowman.
The snowman
Yeah.
feature. I'm pretty sure we have customers out there and viewers out there that know what the snowman feature is, because we also have it on a couple other embroidery machines here at the store. But to me, my best friend when working, I'm going to show it right here in the small little camera so that way you can see it. And I'm going to show it probably on the blue. That little snowman right there. Okay. And I'll quickly just touch on the snowman. The biggest upgrade from the 6 to the 10 needle is going to be the camera feature. Okay. What the camera feature does is it shows you, right, what's already in your hoop. So right now, what's trending is a lot of designs that have like a big letter, or whether it's vinyl, whether it's embroidery, and then they want to go ahead and add like a cursive handwriting across, right? And in order to do that, you got to be able to visually see what you're going to be embroidering on. So that's definitely going to be the biggest upgrade from the 6 to the 10. So one common mistake also that I see when it comes to embroidery is the designs are sometimes, like if you guys see my name tag, right? When you hoop it into the 6 or the 1 needle, and you embroider, you think it's straight, but then when it comes out like this, right? And what tends to happen is, one, you lost time, you lost merchandise, and then if you see that it's crooked because you're marking it, you're having to rehoop and hoop, and that's just very, very time consuming, right? But this snowman feature, what it allows you to do is, if you place it before you hoop it, right? If you center it and you say it, this is what I want it to be. And after you hoop it, you notice that the snowman is crooked, and I'll quickly show you on here, right? So let me bring this up real quick. I'll quickly show you what I'm referring to. Okay. Let's get this camera over here. Okay. So let's say that I already hooped my my material, my merchandise right here, and I know that it's straight, but when I hoop it, now the snowman is like this, right? It looks a little crooked, right? So if you see, it looks crooked from the from my eye, but it's straight because before we threw it on there, I made sure that it was straight. Now we're gonna go here to my designs. I'm quickly just gonna grab a design. Let me see what design, a pretty cool design that I like. Let's do, by the way, guys, these machines come with a lot of built-in designs, okay? So I'm gonna do the soccer player, right? Just because I'm a coach, I love to coach, I love to help people out, right? We'll make it a little big, okay? If you notice, the design right now is straight, okay? Now I'm gonna hit at the end, and there's a snowman feature right here on the machine, right? That all you have to do is press, and what's gonna happen now is the machine is gonna have a camera that's gonna turn on, and it's gonna look for that snowman, right? So there's a bunch of features even on the snowman itself that when you see it, right, you're able to center the design on the snowman. You're able to start embroidering from up down, bottom up, left to right, or right to left, corner to corner. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna keep it centered on the design, okay? So now my machine is telling, right? Oh, I'm sorry, my snowman is telling my machine that I want this design centered, okay? Now it's saying that it's gonna move, the carriage, get your hands out of there, and it's gonna look for that snowman. Pay attention to the camera, guys. It's looking for that snowman, and it found it, okay? Notice how it's crooked on the design, but it's straight when I hooped it. Now pay attention to the design. The design is automatically going to shift and alter it into a position that it's when it stitches out and it embroiders out, it's going to be straight. So that's going to eliminate a lot of rehooping, it's going to save you a lot of time, right? And quickly before we switch back to the front camera, I want to show you another thing, okay? I'm going to go back home and I'm going to add some letters. Let's say, right, you want to add a specific letter on there, right? So I'm going to use this. Might be a little too big. I'm going to use, let's just use AVS, okay? Like I said, the biggest upgrade to the 10 needle is a built-in camera. Now, if you already have a design, right, like we talked earlier, that you want to embroider on top of, whether it's hats, whether it's crew necks, whether it's backpacks, I want to continue to add to that. Well, I need to visually see in order for me to add to it, right? So the feature that it has is this camera up here. And what this camera does is it's going to scan your embroidery area, and it's going to show you, right? We're going to go ahead and let it scan. It's going to show you what's already there. Okay, it's just scanning it real quick. Boom. So if you look at the screen, it picked up everything that's on my hoop. Now I'm able to grab my design and shift it across the heart. Put it at the bottom of the teddy bear, right? So you're able to grab this and move it anywhere you want because it's already built in on there, right? To remove it, all you do is go into settings and you remove the background, you hit OK, and it's not there anymore, okay? So that, to me, is the biggest upgrade from the 6 to the 10. And what do you think, Ali?
If you guys aren't sold, I don't know what to tell you because I'm sold. That thing that's legit, very legit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I started with the 10 and I was spoiled right off the bat. My embroidery journey has just started, but it's definitely made it so much easier having this 10 needle, right? The camera, the snowman, the knowledge that I have here as well, from embroiderers that come in, time after time, Ali being one of them. I've learned a lot, from Ali, and just a short period of time that I've met him. And when I'm not embroidering at home or I'm not, working on things at home, I'm here at the store, and I'm always trying to absorb as much knowledge, whether it's what needle to use, what stabilizer to use, a couple of tips and tricks to make things a little more faster. But we're here, guys, okay? I'm quickly going to touch up on the bundle for the 10 needle, okay? But before I do that, I want to show you guys a couple of jackets that this 10 needle made, right? I'm going to throw this on here in this camera. Look at this design right here. This is for a school in Madeira, right? On the 10 needle, I was able to use the snowman, center it on the jacket, and boom, you just press go. You don't have to switch out. You don't have to switch out any threads. You don't have to do absolutely anything. Okay. There's another jacket that I had here that we did here at Authorized Vac and Sew. Same thing, and this one's pretty cool. This one stands out like really, really nice. I'm sure a couple of our customers have seen it here. Look at this tiger. Look at this. Look at all the colors. Look how detailed and precise it is. Same thing. We put that snowman centered on the on this tiger, and we just press go. We press go. We didn't have to switch absolutely anything other than the bobbin thread at the bottom whenever you run out. So, like I said, possibilities are endless. It's completely up to you how far you want to take this. So for the 10 needle, it is local customers only, right? That 6 and that single needle, we're able to ship it nationwide. But that 10 needle, if we want to bring up the banner real quick, I'll kind of quickly touch up on the 10 needle bundle. Okay, so the 10 needle bundle, you're getting everything that's included with the 6. You're getting that stand, you're getting the newest hat hoop, the flat brim, and you're getting those Durkee frames, right? All that bundle on its own it's worth over $3,500. The price for this machine is over $20,000, just the machine itself. So if you can do the math, you're looking at about $25,000 of this machine cost. But we have a very, very special price bundled specifically for our customers. You just have to pick up that phone and give us a call or send us a message on Facebook, and we'd be more than happy to help you get started with your business. One thing I forgot to talk about, Ali, right? I don't know if you have one of these stands.
I had to purchase. So when I got mine, I had to purchase it on. I think I got it on Amazon. I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I paid like $750 for it.
Yeah.
My
So
stand for the one I
right. So this stand, what's really cool about it is you're able to adjust the stand up or down. If you notice, my 10 needle stand sits a little shorter or lower than my single needle or my 6 needle. And I have it this short because, as you can see, I'm not 6'5", right?
feel you on that.
So I have to be able to, just kind of look ahead, right? But if you have, we have customers that are, pretty tall in the upscale, then you're able to kind of raise it a little, so you're not having to hunch over or anything like that. So you're able to adjust this stand. You also have this clearing right here. I'll quickly show you where a lot of stands don't have that allow you to put in that hat hoop, right? So it's not dragging on anything. It's not scraping anything. The stand is great, so you could put your stabilizers right there in the middle. On the side, it has a couple of hooks, so you're able to hang your hat hoops, right? This 10 needle also comes with this table, okay? This table is great to hold excess material. A good example is those blankets or even the jackets that when you hoop the product, a lot of that weight is dragging down, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not careful with that, what happens is your design starts to shift, where you start kind of getting those overlaps, right? So that table, divides the weight, it equals the weight, and it prevents the design from shifting or anything like that. So yeah, guys, also that P design, I don't know if I said that P design 11 also does come with that 10 needle. Like I said, you'll get a certificate and you have up to a year. If you want to trade it in, we'll give you $600 credit towards the Floriani Total Control. Yeah. Well, guys, we showed you these machines, and we like to kind of open up the floor for any questions from our viewers. Do we have any questions?
Not so far.
Okay. Any tips or tricks that you guys need, right? If you already own a machine, give us a call. If you don't and you're looking to get started, okay? I promise you and I guarantee you that this is the place for you. We will make sure that you get that personal attention, that one-on-one. We will never sit you in an environment where there's multiple people, and because we do get those customers that they might be a little shy or they just don't want to be the one to ask a question. So whenever we give you our support or our training with these machines, it's always one-on-one, because we want to make sure that that you understand the product, that you know how to use it, and that you feel comfortable with it. We do offer free delivery and installation on these machines, right? So if you're local in our area, we do offer that free delivery and setup. Means that we'll go inside, we'll set up your stand, we'll put the machine on your stand, and that way you're ready to go, okay? Then you can give us a call. You can set up an appointment for us to, like I said, sit down and just go ahead and get started with that machine. For our single needles and 6 needle users, we do offer free shipping all over the United States, to exclude Alaska or Hawaii. We do have a flat rate shipping to Alaska and Hawaii. We have a question?
Yes.
Sure.
Did either have any experience purchasing this machine?
No.
I didn't either. I just jumped in and I started learning along the way. A lot of trial and errors for sure.
What would you say was your biggest headache starting off?
It was the digitizing, to be honest, because I jumped in not knowing anything, like literally anything, and I didn't know neither that there's resources out there that offer those services of like SD, or they have digitizers that will digitize for you. So I was actually working 2 jobs at the time. I was working my regular job, and then I was working at McDonald's, and I would get out like at 12 in the morning, and I would go straight to work once I got home, just trying to learn how to actually digitize. And I finally was able to get it down. And like depending on my design, it takes me about sometimes like 12 hours to digitize a design.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I had to like do 6 hours and then another 6 hours the next day.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So that was your biggest struggle.
Digitizing, yes. The other things such as like threading it was kind of a piece of cake, and also too hooping it too, just
Right.
like how like that's why when you showed me the camera and everything, I'm like, I'm sold, because hooping was a big challenge as well too, just getting it centered right. And sometimes I would forget to flip the design upside down. So there's a lot of challenges, but just don't be fearful and just jump in there, and eventually you guys will start getting the hang of it, and everything will just start falling into this place.
Absolutely. For me, no experience other than vinyl. My wife's actually the one that started getting, the interest, and now, we're happy. I mean, we're happy with the machine. We've already have our platform. We have our base customers.
I bet you are, Tony. I bet you are.
But the biggest struggle for me, I would say, was what type of material to use, right? Like what type
Yeah.
of stabilizer to use, what
Mhm.
type of needle to use. And speaking of that, we actually have 2 events that are coming up.
Okay, nice.
One event being the hands-on embroidery with Judy, right? So that's hands-on, right? And that's April 19th or 20th, and it's going to be a full day event where you're going to get that hands-on training, right? With your machine. So what better way to learn? And then the second event that we have, like I was just talking about right now, is product, and what product to use, what material to use when it comes to stabilizer or how to digitize, is by the mastermind himself, right? DJ Anderson. So last time DJ was here, I learned so much. So like you have no idea, right? I was in there as a helper, but with one eye I was helping, with another eye I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Stabilizer to use, right? That's you're never gonna finish, absorbing all this knowledge.
Learning, it's an ongoing process.
Right,
for
right.
sure.
Like the stabilizer, right, is very important. How you digitize the designs as
Mhm.
well, right? Like you have to give it a specific, settings. I mean, it's just this guy is very, very knowledgeable. He's very, very good. I know we have a lot of customers out there that were just very happy and pleased that they were able to attend this event. So if we can get that banner up there one more time, the event for DJ Anderson is No Fear Embroidery. That's March 15th or 16th. So it's going to be either a Friday or a Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. To 3 p.m. You won't regret it. Okay, you're going to get the hands-on training. You're going to get the training for how to digitize your own designs. So it's a mixture of both together. So we talked about how to kind of tips and tricks on how to start your business. We have these 2 events coming up. You have all the tools here at Authorized Vac. And so yeah, guys. I mean, is there any other questions that we have out there? If not, we can go ahead and get started on our drawing. But first, we like to kind of just showcase your social media. Do we
Okay,
have a social media page for the 7th Scheme Clothing?
Yes. So under every social media, which would be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're under the 7th Scheme. And then if you guys want to go check out our website as well, we're under is www.the7scheme.com. It's THE7TH scheme.com.
Perfect.
But yeah, go check us out, and we appreciate Vac and So for having us and being able to, share my journey and hopefully inspire one of you guys to be able to jump in and start that business. And you definitely won't regret it.
Absolutely, Ali. I want to tell you, thank you so much for being
Mhm.
on our segment. It's definitely come a long way, and now we're having influencers and successful business owners like yourself come onto our show, and to tell those viewers, to tell those customers that are kind of one step in, one step out, that it's okay. Take the leap of faith. We're here. We got your back. We will make sure that you are successful. We will make sure that anything that you don't know, we will teach you. I'm the type of guy, and I'm a firm believer that if I don't know something, I will definitely point you in the right direction. Okay. So yeah, guys, I want to do one thing. Okay. So yesterday,
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed all this information that they had. You can make money with your embroidery on these multi-needles. So definitely, come in and talk to us and we can give you more information and help you figure out which one would be best for you. And do we want to do the drawing? Oh, and Janie, come see me because I have some deals for you. Okay? Tony and I'll get the right price for you. All right. So, do
Before
we?
do the giveaway,
Uh-huh.
want to talk about Tony has a video for them on YouTube?
Oh, yes. Tony does have a video for you on YouTube. So you can go watch that. It's under, is it under
Just-
authorized vac and sew?
Yeah.
Okay.
and we
Under,
just posted it on our
okay.
Facebook, too.
Oh, cool. All right. I'm just learning all this information. So I am talking to somebody that's over here, so I'm not crazy. But definitely go check out that YouTube. All our thumbs ups are available on YouTube too. So if you've missed it, you can go back and watch it or watch it on our Facebook page too. And don't forget about all those events we have coming up and the classes. Check it out, get signed up before they're sold out because they do sell out pretty fast. And do we want to do our drawing? How many viewers did we get?
That's like 55.
55 girls. I told you, text everybody and get them signed up. We want that $100. All right. So we're going to give away a $50 gift card today. And our secret word is, you'll never guess this one, money. Make the money. So capital M, lowercase O-N-E-Y, money. So let's see who is going to win this $50.
What Janie said.
What did she go? Yikes. Thank you. I'm serious, Janie. I've got some really good prices for you. So come in here and see me.
She said, should I give you Glenn's number?
Bring him with you. All right. Money, money. Let's make the money. I am.
We are live.
Yes, I'm live. Do you want to come say hello? Good morning, Brenda. Fun to see where all these people are from when they're watching us. I love it. Janie, if you win, you have to buy the multi-needle because I just gave you money to put down on it.
Got about 39 with 45 people on.
Yay! All right.
Janie's trying to answer a couple times.
Yeah. You only have to type the word once. See, that's how serious she is that she wants a multi-needle.
Mhm.
I love it.
41 with 43 people on.
Okay,
You ready
all
to
right.
roll?
Yeah, let's roll. All right. Let's see who wins. Joanne Hoover. Hey, guess what? You got to come in and buy a multi-needle. No, come on in. We'd love to see you to pick up your $50 gift card. Congratulations, Joanne. But Janie, you still come in and see me, okay? Also, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. And if there is something that you're interested in and you would like more information on it, let us know because, we love your ideas coming in and your questions because that helps us decide what to do for Thumbs Up Thursday. We can't think of everything all the time, so we need your help. So thank you for joining us today, and I hope you learned a lot, and we will see you next Thursday.